Go.
Hi, I'm Nate Waters, and I'm here at the YMCA of Hannibal with the Wellness Director, Silas Acuff. Nice to meet you here.
Nice to meet you.
I got a few questions about my sports psychology. So what was the time you overcame a challenge?
Yeah, there's a couple different times where, whether it be in the professional world or in school, where I overcame different challenges. I went to Hannibal LaGrange University here, played soccer. So being an athlete, there's a lot of different challenges. With being a student athlete, student comes first. So having to plan when to study, when to practice, how to train, making sure I had good enough sleep. So that was a challenge to balance over a lot of different things along those lines. I had to make sure I was getting good rest, and so even though some of my friends are maybe going out and just staying up late or those types of things, I needed to prioritize. And so one thing that helped me overcome different challenges was prioritizing my time well, so that I could be an asset on the field as a soccer player, and then also in the classroom with my students and my peers as well.
Very good. Any communication recommendations for athletes?
Yeah, so communication, and in this question you mean talking with colleges, or
So like maybe talking with your teammates or peers or coaches even?
Yeah, definitely. So one big recommendation that I would have for all athletes would be being very coachable. Having that as a foundation as an athlete helps you grow. You will never be the best person in your position. There's always room to grow. And so you have to be humble and say, hey, you know what, I understand that that I'm not the best. Yes, I might be pretty good. Maybe I think I'm pretty good, but guess what? You have to have that reality check and say, okay, coach, what do you have for me? What is so being humble with your coaches, being coachable with them, and then also translating that to your peers as well. Being able to speak into their lives of hey, you could grow here, but also take criticism and be able to use that to make yourself be a better player and athlete.
How would you help an athlete with maybe a mental health condition?
Yeah, definitely. So first off, it would depend on the mental health condition. If just wide variety of those. But with that, people of all shapes and sizes, and even if they have different learning disabilities or these types of things, you can, as a coach, be able to still bring out the qualities of the game that are their strengths. So working with people with different conditions in that way, I would make sure I understand what type of strengths and weaknesses come with this specific condition, and then also making sure that I can communicate the goals of our practice or our game to those people effectively. So that would probably be something to really consider is, okay, how am I going to communicate with people to help them to grow those strengths and weaknesses?
Good. How would you help an athlete manage emotion?
Yeah, so that's definitely a big thing. There's a lot of people who maybe they'll, as your guys are playing in the middle of the game, they can get angry, and then they don't work well with their teammates, or maybe in practice they are making all the shots, but they lack confidence in the game. But I think probably the biggest thing when athletes manage emotion would be trying to make the mental state as comfortable as possible. And so one, putting them through difficult situations in practice mentally. So whether it be, okay, 10 seconds left, you're down by 4 points, you need to get a bucket and play good defense. So putting them in difficult situations so that in a game they can know what emotions are going to come up and how to manage those during the actual game.
All right. And to close it out, do you got any techniques for focusing on concentration?
Yeah, so I've thoroughly enjoyed this aspect in my college days. So one would be visualization. So, for example, before a game, what I would do when I was in college, I would go to the practice field, or I guess it was I went to the game field for at the university. I would walk to the position where I was going to play, and then being there, I would imagine and focus on, okay, this ball is coming to me here, and what do I do with the ball when I get the ball here? Okay, well, I'm going to do this move on this defender, and I'm going to pass the ball here, make this run, and then I'm going to cross it over, and my teammate will score. There's several different games where things that I visualized, I was able to actually do in the game the very next day. And that was really cool, just to help me focus and help me concentrate, because those aspects will prepare your body like none other.
All right, thank you, Silas.
Yeah.